Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something really exciting, the brand new Xiaomi Pad 7 Pro. Now, for a while, it felt like the Android tablet market was a bit sleepy, didn't it? iPads dominated, while Android tablets were kind of an afterthought, but Xiaomi seems determined to change that narrative. With the Pad 7 Pro, they're not just competing, they're pushing boundaries. So today, we'll talk about everything: the design, the performance, the display, the software, the accessories, and what it's like using it every single day. And of course, we'll end with a discussion. Who is this tablet actually for? And should you buy it? Grab a coffee, sit back. This is going to be a deep dive. Let's start right from the unboxing experience. Xiaomi went with a very minimalistic design for the packaging. Clean lines, premium materials, and a no-nonsense presentation. Inside, you get the tablet itself, a fast charger. Yes, Xiaomi still includes one, a USB-C cable, and some paperwork. Right away, when you pick it up, the Pad 7 Pro feels solid. The frame is aluminum, giving it that cold, premium feel that screams high-end. It's surprisingly thin too, just about 5 millimeters, but with enough heft that it doesn't feel cheap. One thing you notice immediately is the bezels. They're thin, but still thick enough to comfortably hold without accidentally touching the screen. A smart move in terms of usability. Talking about design, the Xiaomi Pad 7 Pro is elegant. No flashy logos, no weird colors, just a clean, professional look. The back has a matte finish that resists fingerprints surprisingly well. Xiaomi offers it in a few colors: the classic gray, a bright blue, and a stunning pastel green. In person, the colors are muted enough to look classy, not childish. The camera module sticks out slightly, a bit more than I would have liked, but it's not a deal breaker. If you're using a case, which you probably should, it levels out nicely. Button placement is thoughtful too. The volume rocker and power button are exactly where your fingers would expect them to be. Durability? It feels rock solid. No flexing, no creaking, even when you apply pressure. Now let's talk about arguably one of the best parts of the Xiaomi Pad 7 Pro, the display. You're getting a 1-inch IPS LCD with 5K resolution, a 144Hz refresh rate, and support for Dolby Vision. And let me tell you, this screen is gorgeous. Colors pop, but remain accurate. Blacks are deep for an LCD, though of course, it doesn't quite reach OLED-level darkness. Brightness is solid too, maxing out around 900 nits, which is more than enough for outdoor use. Scrolling, gaming, even just moving around the UI feels buttery smooth thanks to that 144Hz refresh rate. It's one of those things you can't unsee once you get used to it. Whether you're watching Netflix, playing Genshin Impact, or just reading emails, the display truly shines. Under the hood, the Pad 7 Pro is a beast. It's powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip. Yes, the same chip that powers some of 2024's flagship smartphones. Pair that with up to 12 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM and 512 gigabytes of UFS 4. Zero storage. And you're looking at desktop-level performance. Apps open instantly. Games run at max settings without dropping frames. Multitasking? You can have 4 apps open at once in split-screen mode and not feel a slowdown. Even demanding creative apps like Lightroom or heavy video editing apps like CapCut Pro run smoothly. Thermals are well managed too. The tablet gets a little warm under stress, but not uncomfortably so. And thanks to a large vapor chamber cooling system inside, throttling is minimal. Software is always critical, and Xiaomi has clearly learned a lot. The Pad 7 Pro runs Xiaomi HyperOS based on Android 14. Out of the box, it's fast, fluid, and optimized for large screens. You get proper multitasking support. Split screen, floating windows, taskbars, everything you'd expect. There's also a dedicated PC mode that lets you turn the tablet into a mini laptop. Connect a keyboard and mouse, and the UI shifts to a Windows-like desktop experience. Bloatware is minimal compared to past Xiaomi products, a very welcome improvement. And Xiaomi promises at least 3 years of software updates and 4 years of security patches. Not perfect, but definitely competitive in the Android world. Let's be real. No one buys a tablet for the cameras, but Xiaomi didn't cheap out here. The Pad 7 Pro sports a 50MP main camera and a 13MP ultra-wide on the back. Photos are decent, detailed, with good dynamic range, though low-light performance is just okay. The front houses a 32MP selfie camera placed smartly on the longer edge, ideal for video calls. For Zoom meetings, Teams calls, or even casual selfies, it's excellent. Audio is another area where the Xiaomi Pad 7 Pro impresses. It's got a quad speaker setup tuned by Harman Kardon. The soundstage is wide, vocals are crisp, and there's even a hint of bass. Whether you're watching movies, listening to podcasts, or gaming, the audio experience feels premium. You probably won't even need external speakers. Battery life? Fantastic. The Pad 7 Pro packs a 10,000 milliamp hours battery, which easily gets you 10 to 12 hours of screen time. Even with heavy gaming or video editing sessions, it holds up really well. And when you do need a charge, it supports 120W hypercharge. That's right, from 0 to 100% in just around 45 minutes. It completely changes how you think about using a tablet. You no longer have to leave it plugged in overnight. Xiaomi also launched some great accessories alongside the Pad 7 Pro. There's a magnetic keyboard case, slim but sturdy, with surprisingly good key travel, and a second-generation Xiaomi Smart Pen that now supports 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity. Writing or sketching feels natural. There's virtually no lag. Together, these accessories transform the Pad 7 Pro into a serious productivity machine, not just a media consumption device. So how does it stack up against the competition? At around $599 to $699 depending on configuration, it sits right between budget Android tablets and premium iPad Pros. Against the Galaxy Tab S9, the Pad 7 Pro holds its own and often wins on value. Against the iPad Air, well, it's closer than you think. And in some areas like screen refresh rate and charging speed, it actually wins. So, final thoughts. The Xiaomi Pad 7 Pro isn't just a good tablet. It's arguably one of the best Android tablets ever made. It nails almost everything: design, performance, software, display, battery, and price. Of course, it's not perfect. There's still some room for software polish, and the app ecosystem on Android for tablets isn't as mature as iPadOS. But Xiaomi has made a statement here. They're serious about premium tablets, and they've given us a real alternative that doesn't feel like a compromise. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. If you want a powerful, beautiful tablet without paying iPad Pro prices, the Xiaomi Pad 7 Pro deserves to be at the top of your list. Thanks for spending your time with me today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next big review. Until next time, stay curious, stay creative,